Well, we've all got our own TT heroes. In fact, I had them when I was racing around here because they kept overtaking me. But seriously, when we were riding around the track, we had a closed circuit. We've got marshals out there on properly prepared race machines. If you're going to take a lap of the circuit, which of course you should, remember, it's an open road. There are other people out there. There's people coming the other way. There's probably cats and dogs, pedestrians. There's everything going on out there. You need to tackle it completely different. Remember, it is an open road. Just be careful, else it's going to hurt.
He's right, of course. It may be the greatest road racing challenge in the world for racers, but remember, it's not a racetrack when you're on it. Just a place where people live, with schools and shops and houses, traffic lights, roundabouts and road junctions. These roads are busy almost all the time. People live here and are going about daily life, shopping and visiting and so on. And having to do it in between the periods of road closure for practice and racing means when you ride them, the roads will be even busier than normal with lots of local traffic and everyone who's come here on their bike to watch the races. And that makes for another hazard, campsites. There are many of these all around the course. Look out for the signs and speed restrictions that warn you of these busy junctions. In wet weather, even in dry, the sheer number of bikes pulling out onto the road can make mud an extra hazard. So respect the local people and your fellow spectators and the speed limits established to protect them and you. Or you'll be talking to the police, maybe making an appearance in court and going home minus a large sum of money and quite possibly minus a driving licence as well.
Welcome to the Isle of Man for TT 2008. Enjoy yourselves, ride safely, please obey the speed limits and don't drink and ride. If you do receive a ban on the island, that ban is reciprocal and it will carry over to the UK. There are new road layouts on the Isle of Man. They are at Governor's Bridge and also at Braddon Bridge. So remember, please take it easy and enjoy yourselves.
The only place your riding experience will be different is over the mountain, where a one-way system is enforced throughout the TT fortnight, starting as you approach Ramsey Hairpin and continuing all the way to Creg-ny-Bar. Traffic leaving Douglas and turning right at Creg-ny-Bar will be held at temporary traffic lights, so expect delays and be patient. For the exact times, duration and nature of these periods of the one-way system, listen to the PA system around the course and the local radio stations. Look for notices on the ferry and, most important of all, follow the advice of police officers controlling the roads. Some sections of the mountain road will be coned off, especially at the beginning and end and at junctions. Watch out for these. Do not cross between them and be patient, since they must be laid out after each race day and taken up before the next. Police will also control access onto the mountain road at the junctions, and traffic at the bungalow, for example, will have to wait in place until the roads open car, the police convoy and the rest of the traffic have all passed before the road there will open. In the periods immediately after practice and racing, you should wait for the roads open car to lead a police convoy across the mountain, with cars and bikes following behind. The TT course is 37 3/4 miles long with 225 corners. Less than half of them have names. Only the few who know it well enough will become winners here, and we all know their names. So unless you're as good as Halewood, Dunlop, Agostini or John McGuinness, you had better take it easy. Let's have a look at some of the reasons why. Most of the bends on this circuit are what the racers call combination corners, a series of 2 or more linked bends where correct entry and speed into the first turn are vital if you're going to deal safely with the second part of the combination. Though there are plenty of places, this one, on the run from Ramsey Hairpin to the Gooseneck, always catches people out every year. It's not the gentle Waterworks 1, but the much sharper Waterworks 2 that's dangerous when riders go through 1 quickly and arrive at 2 far too quickly. It's the same story here. The signs tell you you're arriving at the 32nd milestone, but they don't tell you it's not 1 left turn, but 3 corners in quick succession. Here and here. And remember that if you're too close to the middle of the road on right-hand corners, your head may well be in the path of oncoming traffic. Remember, keep left. Most important of all, wherever you are on the island and wherever you're going, stick to your own pace and don't try and keep up with faster riders. They may be better than you or they may just be stupid. Don't find out the hard way. Enjoy the ride and take it easy. If the worst does happen and someone is injured, make sure you know what to do. Make sure your mobile works on the island and you know the number. In an emergency, dial 999 and ask for an ambulance. Control room staff will take over from there and will not only send help, but tell you what you can do to assist. The TT is one of the few places in the world you can get really close to the action almost anywhere around the entire course. But there are a few prohibited areas and they are clearly marked with signs and flags. You must not go into these areas, and if you arrive in them by accident, you must leave when asked to do so. If you don't, the marshals will yellow flag the sector to prevent racing while you are still in danger, and may have no option but to use red flags and stop the race completely.
Some serious information there for you to remember and to help make your TT experience a memorable one. And above all, we want you to enjoy yourself, have fun and take it easy.
And if you do want to come back and become part of the TT Festival, then becoming one of the many volunteer marshals is probably the best way to do it.